Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel once again, and in today's video I'm just going to showcase one more team in the Halloween Cup, and this team is going to be a typical double dark and double poison lineup, which is really overused, popular and super effective in this Halloween meta also. But I'm just adding a bit of spice with it because I am actually running Shadow Tyra over here, which is absolute beast with Smackdown and Crunch. Because of the added shadow damage, it is just super in this meta also. But since my backline over here is actually double dark, it is Tyranitar along with Drapion, so I have to cover the fairy and fighting weakness, which is covered by Nidoqueen, which is a poison and which is using poison jab and poison fang in the lead, can handle that. And in turn, since my Nidoqueen is poison and ground, it will be it will be needing coverage against ground and psychic as well. But psychic is not there, but still psychic moves also, which my backline can handle. So it is also a typical ABV team style 2 dark, because my backline is double dark and my Drapion is a safe swap over here, which is a super safe swap in this meta as well. So for this team, I'll not be elongating the introduction much more, but rather I'll be getting into the battle really quickly, and we'll be checking out how this team performed. So now moving into the first battle of the video, so I've got a lead of Ariados, which is really good because it is having access to ground and bug type poison and bug type moves, which is resisted by my Nidoqueen over here, and they goes for the Mega Horn, which is a hard hitting move. And now I'll be going for my Poison Fang, which will be actually debuffing my opponent, and now I'll be coming back with my beast over here because it is having access to Smackdown, which will be super effective to this Mandibuzz. And now this is going to be the first foul play, which I can easily tank, and I'll be going for the hard farm. I don't believe they will be going for one more foul play, which in turn having the same thing, and they comes back with their own Ariados over here, which is really scary because Ariados will be taking so much damage from this Smackdowns, because it is also a partial bug typing. So I'll be opting to shield my first move from this Ariados, and it ends up being a cross person, to which they comes back with their own skunk tank over here. I'll be going for the next crunch, which does give me the final shield, and they cannot throw one more crunch or flamethrower, and I can easily farm the skunk tank down with Smackdown, and that will be a great game to the first battle. So that was actually a Tyranitar sweep as well. So now moving into the next battle, I've got a lead of Umbreon over here, which is not a great scenario for my Nidoqueen over here. That's the reason I'll be safe swapping into my own Drapion over here, and they comes back with their own Crobat, I believe. Yeah, it's a Crobat, and to which I'll be going for the neutral move of Crunch, and this is going to be a resisted Poison Fang, which I can easily tank, and I'll be going for the next. Okay, they are running actually Cross Poison, which I believe is not the correct moveset. They should have went for Shadow Ball and Poison Fang. So now I'll be going for the next crunch once again. So this crunch will either be giving me the final shield or switch advantage over here. Yeah, it does give me the final shield, which I'm happy with, and now I can easily come back with my Tyra over here and easily get the farm down. So now they will be going for the next move, which end up being a cross Poison Fang. So they are actually running double poison moves onto their Crobat, which is not ideal. But okay, so now they will be coming back with their own Jellicent over here, which I believe is actually running Bubble Beam. But since they don't have any shields left, so I'll be going for the Shadow Crunch over here, which just one shot the Jellicent from a healthy Jellicent rather. And now they will be coming back with their own Umbreon over here. So Umbreon will be throwing the Dark Pulse, which I can tank. I can tank 2 of the Dark Pulses with my Nidoqueen over here, and my win condition over here is the Shadow Tyra over here. So that is the reason I'll be going for the as much as Poison Jab and Poison Fang damage. So I'll be letting the next Dark Pulse go through, which does not even knock me out from that health. I believe it was 40% of my health, and now I'll be coming back with my own Tyra, but to which they ends up getting the feint out, and I'll be getting the win for the next battle also. So GG's to my opponent. Moving into the next battle, I've got a tough lead over here with Alolan Marowak. So now since I don't want to stay in that matchup because it will be having access to Bone Club and Shadow Bone, which does neutral and super crit damage. So that's the reason I'll be safe swapping into my own Drapion, and they like actually invested their first shield because they waited a bit long, so they ended up taking a crunch. So that's the reason they'll be opting for the first shield, and now this is going to be a play rough which is neutral to me, which I can easily tank, and I'll be letting the first play rough go through. Now I'll be throwing the next sludge bomb, which might give me the final shield or give me the switch over here. Yeah, so they lets the sludge bomb go through onto their Azumarill, and they comes back with their own A.Wak over here. So to A.Wak, since it's a partial fire typing, I'll be coming back with my Tyra over here, to which I end up letting the first Bone Club go through. I was quite sure that I can tank it, but I just wanted to see how much damage it took. So now since they came back with their own Nidoqueen over here and they threw, I was quite sure that this is only just a Poison Fang. So that's the reason I'll not be shielding this time. Rather, I'll be going for the a move of poison earth power, and to which I do get the final shield from my opponent. And now this is one more Poison Fang, to which I'll not shield again because I call it, and yeah, it's a Poison Fang. I call the bait, and now they went too quickly again. So this is going to be one more Poison Fang, which I let it go, and I'll be going for the earth power, which will be just one-shotting the Nidoqueen from that range. And I believe I'll be coming back with my Tyra because I don't want the Alolan Marowak to get extra farm, to which I can get to one more crunch, which I believe is enough to get the knockout for that Marowak as well, and surely that will be a good game to my opponent. So GG's. Moving into the fourth battle, let's see what we have caught into against. I missed the name over here. So it is a Drapion lead over here, which I am happy with. But since Drapion is quite spammy with this crunches and poison sting, I'll not be staying in this matchup a bit long. But since they threw Fell Stinger over here, so it gave me hope. So that's the reason I'll be going for the Earth Power, which just one shots the Drapion from such a great health, and they came back with their own Scrafty over here. To Scrafty, I do have a positive neutral matchup because I will be resisting the power up punches, but I do end up investing my first shield, and now I'll be going for the next Poison Fang, which is neutral. But since their defense is already debuffed, I'll be going for the next Poison Fang, which might not get the knockout, but it will put really low, to which I get the farm down as well. So let's see what my opponent does come back with, or maybe they have in their back line. So it's going to be Ariados, to which I saw that my opponent is a bit lagging, to which I waited for a bit more long. Then I'll be coming back with my Tyra, and I'll be getting the farm down with Smackdown. So that will be a great game, but since my opponent lagged, I'll not take it as a win, but still. Moving into the final battle of the first set, I've got a lead of Umbreon over here. So for Umbreon, I tried to catch one foul play onto my Drapion over here, but they did not throw, which is actually a great thing for my opponent's end, to which they swave swapped into their own beat drill over here. So now this is going to be a drill run, which I'll shield over here, and I'll be going for the next crunch over here. So this crunch does neutral damage because this beat drill is actually part poison and bug. So now I'll be letting the next drill run go through, and now I'll be coming back with my own Tyranitar over here, which can easily farm down the beat drill with such an oppressive move of Smackdown, and it just wrecks the beat drill. And let's see what my opponent does come back with over here. So they comes back with their own Umbreon. So might be they don't have a perfect answer to my Tyra over here as well. So to which I let the first foul play go, and now I'll be shielding up onto the next foul play, to which I'll be coming back with my own Nidoqueen to get the Poison Fang debuff. And let's see if I can get to one more Earth Power, to which they comes back with their own Galarian Slowbro, which will be getting just wrecked with the Drill Run, just beg your pardon, with the Earth Power, just one-shotting it almost. And now they will be coming back with their last left out Umbreon, which will be getting a hit with the neutral damage of Poison Fang and getting the defense debuff. But before I could farm down the Umbreon for the win, they went for the Psychic, which is also super effective because of the Poison typing on my Nidoqueen. But my opponent just recognizes their fate and ends up top lifting the game. So GG's to my opponent, great game. Moving into the next battle, I've got a lead of Drifblim, which is really tough with my Nidoqueen, because neither of my charge moves does hit really well. So now I'll be coming back with my own Drapion over here, and since they waited a bit long, I will be going for the first crunch, which does in turn give me the first shield from my opponent, and they comes back with the Nidoqueen. So for Nidoqueen, I do have a neutral move, which is the crunch, and I'll be letting the first charge move go through, which is just a Poison Fang, which I call it. And now this is going to be one more Poison Fang, because they threw quite early, to which I'll be going for the next crunch over here. It will be giving me the final shield from my opponent, or they will be able to okay, so they does not shield over here, but they will be throwing in this scenario, which I am happy with, because now I can come back with my Nidoqueen for some extra farm down. Let's see what my opponent have in the back. So now they comes back with their own Drifblim, to which I will be letting the first Icy Wind go through, and I'll be coming back with my Tyra over here. So for Tyranitar, it will be dealing super active damage because of the partial flying typing on Drifblim, and they comes back with their own Sableye. So it is a really great matchup for my Tyra, because I'll be resisting both the foul plays and the return. Most probably return and the Shadow Claws because of my Dark and Rock typing. So now I'll be going for the Heart Farm onto this Sableye, but they just barely able to throw one more foul play, which will be to which I'll be giving up my final shield, and I have got a crunch loaded, which will just be enough to get the knockout for the left out Drifblim and give me the win for the next battle as well. So that's a great game. GG's to my opponent. Moving into the 7th battle, I believe, or the second battle of the second set, I've got a mirror lead of Nidoqueen over here. So with this lead, I will be going for the Earth Power directly, and I'll be letting the first Earth Power go through, and it was a Poison Fang bait, to which I am very happy with, and I'll be going for my first Earth Power, to which I believe my opponent will shield, and they shields, which is I am fine with. And now I am again calling the bait over here, not shielding it, beg your pardon, and they ends up throwing the Poison Fang once again. So that's a great call from my end, double calling the bait over here, and I go for the Earth Power once again. So now, since they have given me both the shields, I'll not be shielding up on my Nidoqueen, rather I'll be coming back with my Drapion over here. So for Drapion, it is a neutral matchup because I have access to Crunch, and this is going to be one more Poison Fang, which I let it go, and I'll be going for the Crunch of my own. So to which I believe this is going to be a debuffed Nidoqueen, but they did not get the knockout, and I'll be coming back with my Tyranitar to snipe the Nidoqueen down, and let's see what they have got in their back. Since they are down both the shields, they come back with a Jellicent over here, which is really scary for my opponent, because I'll be throwing the next Crunch, which will just almost one-shot the Jellicent from a super health, and now they will be coming back with their own Incineroar, which just sees the writing on the wall and top plays the game. So that's a GG's to my opponent. Also a great play from my end. So great game. Moving into the next matchup, I have got a great lead over here with my Nidoqueen, which is going to be a Crustle. So this smackdown will be resisted by my ground typing, and they switches back into their own Jellicent over here. So since they switch back into the Jellicent, I will be opting to switch out again into, not again, I'll be switching out into my Drapion over here. After debuffing their defense, I'll be going for the first crunch, which in turn give me the first shield from my opponent. And now I believe this opponent is actually running Bubble, Ice Beam and Shadow Wall, which is not an ideal moveset, but it is a better matchup for my opponent with Drapion. So I'll be opting for the first shield from my end, and I'll be going for the next crunch, and this swaps out into their own Wigglytuff over here. So I could not reach to one Sludge Bomb, so that's the reason I'll be going for my own crunch to get a bit of chip damage, and I can easily come back with my Nidoqueen. Before they can throw one even a player up for Ice Beam, I could easily farm the Nidoqueen down. They go pardon the Wigglytuff down with the Nidoqueen, and they comes back with their own Jellicent over here. So this Jellicent is actually running Ice Beam, to which I can easily come back with my Tyra and go for the next crunch over here, which will just be enough to get the knockout, because I had one shield in my name, shielding up the Ice Beam. And the last Pokemon, final Pokemon, is going to be a Crustle, to which I have got a loaded Nidoqueen ready to throw the Earth Power, but my opponent just recognizes their lose condition rather, and just top lifts the game. So that's a GG's to my opponent. Great game. Moving into the next battle, I have got a lead of Mandibuzz, which is really tough, and I threw the first Poison Fang for the debuff, and now they'll be coming back with their own Nidoking King over here. So this is not a great play from my end, because I did not charge up to a Earth Power, and they could easily recognize that, and they did not go for the shield. So now I'll be coming back with my own Drapion, because they debuffed my Nidoqueen's defense with Sand Tomb over here. So this is going to be the next crunch, to which my opponent's king does opt to shield, which in turn give me the first shield from my opponent, and they went for the Sand Tomb. Sand Tomb does debuff my defense, but it is such a crappy move with such a low defense as well, which is a low damage rather. So I'll be going for the next crunch, which in turn give me the final shield from my opponent. And now I will be letting the charge move go through onto my Drapion, to which I'll be coming back with my own Tyra over here for some extra chip damage with the smackdowns and loaded energy. So this is going to be a neutral foul play, which I'll not shield, and I'll be going for the hard farm over here. I believe they will not be able to get to one more move rather, and they comes back with just Crafty, which is really scary, because I don't have a healthy Nidoqueen over here, but I do hold on to two shields. So this will come down to the wire this game, because this Nidoqueen have so much play with this Crafty, and they catch Earth Power onto their king over here, which will just one shot the king, but they do have a healthy Crafty loaded. So now I have to shield over here, because I cannot farm this Crafty down with my Tyra, because it will be taking double super active damage with the counters and the buffed up counters as well. So I'll be going for the next Poison Fang, which does not knock out, and it puts the Crafty very low, but my Tyra can come back, and just one smackdown will give me the win for the game as well. So that's a great game and a very close one. So GG's to my opponent. Great game. Moving into the final battle of the video and the set, I have got a lead of Victreebel, which is a shadow version as well, and since the operation from Poison Jab and Poison Fang, they swaps out into their Galarian Ponyta, this is going to be a Galarian Rapidash rather, to which I do end up letting the first Mega Horn go through, and now since I'm quite sure that it is going to be a Body Slam, but one Body Slam will be enough to get the knockout from this range, and I'll be going for the next crunch rather. So let's see if my opponent does want to give the final shield, which in turn they do, and they throws over here. So this is perfect for me, because I can easily come back with my own I believe own Nidoqueen and get the hard farm. Yeah, because since it's part fairy and psychic, I'll be coming back with my own Nidoqueen and getting the farm down. So the final Pokemon for my opponent is going to be a Trash War Madam, which is super tough for me, and now I'll be coming back with my own Tyra. But as you guys can see, a resisted Smackdown also does so much damage to the Victreebel over here. But since I am taking double super crit damage rather, I'll be getting the knockout first, and I could come back with my own Nidoqueen over here, which has a bit of health, and after a bit of lag I could land the Earth Power with just one shot the one War Madam Trash from that range, and to give me the win for the final battle as well. So that's a great game, and some great sets with this team, which is super good. So that's all for this video, and if you guys are using this team, do let me know how it is working out for you, and see you again in the next one. Till then, peace.